Basically, the passport bros are mad because a lot of the foreign women that they're trying to go and seduce and bring to America are basically using them for their money, or basically see right through them.
You know that nigga that you thinking about? Does he have a wallet?
No.
And in that wallet, does he have money?
No.
Oh, okay. Have a good day.
If he ain't paying all them bills, he can't say nothing, okay? Nothing, because he's just a roommate.
If you make $38,000, you need to be handy. You need to know how to light bulb and put a fan up and put on a light switch. If you make $38,000 a year, you better cut the grass, you better wash dishes, cook food, wash clothes, fold, I mean, everything.
I'm adding myself. So that's all I have for you. I don't have anything to bring to a table.
You can't afford to date, don't date. I'm sorry if you got used and abused by some woman who just used you for a free meal. That really just comes with part of the dating territory. Like, I get it, you're jaded, but what does that have to do with me? Like, I'm sorry, you need to use better discretion. That has nothing to do with, like, women in general. Don't penalize the next chick just because you took the wrong chick out to eat. And you know what? If you're just like, hey, I don't want to be spending this much money on dates, that's fine. Take a break from dating. Re-up your money. Go donate some plasma. Do whatever you gotta do, because I'm not about to go on some cheap date to like Applebee's or Fridays because you mad at the old chick who used you for a free meal. Use discernment. If you don't have it, pray for it.
Oh my God! Yo! I dare you with your gay ass. Oh my God! I dare you. What you trying to be on? What you trying to be on? I want whatever you want. I'll beat you the fuck up. What you trying to be on? If you really fuck Billy, what you trying to be on? It's whatever. I'm trying to be on. Somebody know it. One thing, and I'm gonna rock your shit. Rock your shit again.
She just proved in 3 seconds exactly why bro is leaving. They just don't act like this in other countries. They actually work with their man and do not try and fight him.
Biggest issue with these passport bros aren't that they're getting passports and going to find the love of their life. I think when it starts to be kind of weird is when you only date people outside your country, right? If a passport bro were to say, oh yeah, I only date Asian women, right? That is a fetish. That's not a passport bro, right? Passport bros are people who specifically go from country to country to country trying to find women, exotic flavors.
Look, fellas, come here and sit down a minute. I want to talk to you about a suitcase, and about the one thing a man can never leave behind, no matter how far across this world he flies. There's a clip going around, 20 whole minutes of it, all about what folks are calling passport bros. Men who have gotten so worn down and so fed up with the dating scene here at home that they're buying plane tickets and going clear across the world to look for a wife. And the clip is one big shouting match. You've got women reacting, some mocking, some furious, some genuinely worried. And you've got men firing right back, saying they're done, they're gone, they found something better overseas. Everybody's dunking on everybody. Watch it if you want. Then come on back and sit with me, because your old friend has a few things to say about this that you will not hear from either side of that shouting match. And it just might save some young man from the most expensive mistake of his life. Do me a favor first and hit that subscribe button if these talks do you any good at all. Alright, let's get into it. And stick with me all the way to the end, because I'm gonna tell you the one thing a plane ticket can never, ever buy you. And it's the only thing that actually matters. Here's the truth, son, and I want you to carve it somewhere you'll see it. A passport can move your body to the far side of the world. It cannot move you 1 single inch away from yourself. Write that down. Now, let me say the fair thing first, because there is something real underneath all that noise. A man wants to be respected. A man wants to be appreciated. A man wants to walk in his own front door and feel like a welcome guest, instead of a problem to be managed. That is not a crazy thing to want. It is one of the most natural things in the world. And if a man has been marinating in contempt, treated like a walking wallet, told 100 different ways that he is not enough, I understand completely why he starts dreaming about a fresh start far away. So hear me. Wanting respect is right, Refusing to live in contempt is right. You keep that part, son. But here is where the fantasy they're selling falls clean apart. A plane ticket is not a personality. A visa is not devotion. A woman who needs you in order to survive is not the same thing as a woman who chooses you because she wants to. And an ocean between you and your problems is still just water, son, and your problems, they know how to swim. Because here's the thing about running. Wherever you fly, you pack yourself in the suitcase. Every insecurity, every bad habit, every wound you never sat down and healed, it all fits real neat in that carry-on, and it gets off the plane the very second you do. The man who couldn't build peace here, if he hasn't changed one single thing on the inside, he is going to unpack that same old restlessness in a beautiful little house 8,000 miles away, and then stand there wondering why the feeling followed him across an ocean. You cannot outrun yourself on an airplane. Nobody in the history of the world ever has. And I've got to warn you about the ugliest part of what some of these fellas are really chasing, because it's sitting right there in plain sight. Some of them are not looking for a partner at all. They are looking for leverage. They want a woman who depends on them completely, who needs them for the visa, for the money, for the whole way out. Because a woman who needs you like that cannot easily leave you, and they have gone and mistaken that for love. Son, hear me good. Respect you only get because somebody has no other choice is not respect. It is a hostage situation with better weather, and the day she finds her footing, the day she gets her own money and her own options, that borrowed respect burns off like morning dew, and you find out you never had a wife at all. You had a dependent who was counting the days. A man who has to keep somebody trapped in order to keep them is not a strong man, son. He is a scared one. And one more thing, plain. A woman is not a flavor, and a country is not a menu. The minute you start talking about human beings like they're exotic dishes to go sample, you have stopped looking for love and started shopping for a fantasy. And a fantasy will take your money and break your heart in any language on earth.
To dabble in, right? It really starts becoming weird when you go to third world countries or countries that are not as advanced as ours and start telling women that you're going to marry them so that you. And a lot of these women are desperate, so they're going to take you up on that offer, right? And in a way, it's kind of manipulative, right? They want someone who is going to be submissive to them. And what better way to find someone who's submissive to them than to find a woman who is at your beck and call? Because, you know, the only reason she's in the United States is because of you. Sounds to me like a lot of control issue, right? And to be honest, ladies, these aren't the type of men that we want anyway. These men want a woman that they can control because they can't find it here in America because it's frowned upon to like own a human. They go to other places in the world where they can legally own a human.
People got something to say about the fact that I got 6 kids with 6 different men. So I'm just gonna tell y'all why it is better to do it this way. If I had 6 kids with all the same dude, I get 34% of his income, which is only $680 a month. If I got 6 kids with 6 different dudes, I get 17% from each one of them, which is $340 a month from each one. $340 a month times 6 baby daddies is $2,040. So why don't you have 6 baby daddies?
Very good at cook, in cleaning. Also, I will serve you.
Oh my God, get out of here, sis. With that. Over here in the West, we don't play that, okay? We're strong, independent queens who don't need no man. What you talking about serving?
I could offer my whole self. No secrets and all. Loyalty, faithfulness, everything that could make him happy.
You ever hear a Western woman talking about how she's gonna make her man happy? No. You know what we hear from the West? What a man can do to make me happy. What a man can bring to the table for me. What I can benefit. How I could spend his money.
This is why Western women is mad, because look at her, she's pretty and she's a housewife and she takes care of 2 kids.
It's not our fault. They even say that we steal their man. No, we don't steal your man. Do your man come in here?
Low blows. They're just clowning Western women right now.
So what do you suggest the women in the West do if everyone's advice is for men in the West to look elsewhere for a wife. What happens to all the women in the West then?
Well, that one study we referenced that said by 2030 or something, 50% of women will be without a man. So that's the direction we're heading, because the men that are looking for those traditional values are starting to go overseas, and then the other half of the men are just checking out completely. They don't want to deal with women at all. So this is going to be a big issue that women are going to deal with in the future as their options dwindle.
Pay attention to the passport bros. Like, they're getting women from like the DR, Colombia, the Philippines, Thailand. Like women that can speak very little English, women that don't have education, women that need them. Women that need them.
Women are raised to be wives. They learn everything from birth, from their father, from their mother, how to be a wife and how to support your man.
Women that need them.
It's not even women that need them. It's women that treat them with respect.
So we don't.
Y'all know y'all don't.
Stop yourself.
That's not true.
Let me get this straight. You have been telling men for years that you don't want them, you don't need them, they don't meet your standards, that they don't treat you right. You can pay for your own hair, you can pay for your own nails, you can afford your own home, you can afford your own car, and are good for nothing. You're strong, you're independent. Then you get mad when these men go to another country to actually find a woman that has the qualities that they are looking for in a wife. Make it make sense. I also want to talk about why this mindset that so many Western women have is actually extremely problematic. Because not only are you putting down the men who are going overseas with pure intentions, you're also putting down the women from these other countries solely off of the fact that they were not brought up in a Western culture. Because you're calling them uneducated, you're calling them poor, you're calling them weak, you're calling them vulnerable. You're creating a superiority complex where you are at the top and women from all these other countries are at the bottom. Now let me tell you something. If you were really superior, the men would not be leaving.
Let's get our passports, bro. They don't appreciate us here. It's an opportunity for them to go in search of spouses who they feel are going to be more subservient to them and do what they want, basically some sort of indentured servitude.
It's easier for these men to go overseas, get one of these victims.
A lot of these passport bros are exploiting a power imbalance economically.
Y'all are taking advantage of these women.
If you feel that you need to go to Antarctica to marry a polar bear,
but they're still doing the, oh, we're just going to leave and go to another country and find women, or you're going to die alone. Good luck dying alone with your cats.
Get a polar bear.
Yeah, it is much easier for these passport bros to go to other countries and exploit younger, more impressionable, less educated or uneducated girls living in poverty.
You know why? Because we don't care.
Look, we don't care.
Wait. Excuse me? Uneducated? Girl, have you been to the Philippines? Filipinos are very smart. And a lot of Filipinos are nurses, teachers, doctors, lawyers. And you're calling us uneducated? Do some research, girl. Okay?
American guys are going across the country to find Filipina slaves. Girl.
What did I do today?
You cooked dinner. You went to the grocery stores before and got all the groceries to cook dinner. And you cleaned up the whole room, and put all my clothes away without me asking for it.
And do I feel like I'm a slave? No. Because what did you do today?
What I do? I bought Starbucks. I took out the trash when I saw you struggling with it. You were going to try to take it out yourself. And, I got your nails done the other day.
So it's not a game of who does more for who. It's about thinking what the other person needs and doing it without them having to ask for it. And even if I do just the little things for him, he's always so surprised and appreciative. Which makes me wonder what's going on over there in America. And mind you, we're not taking them away from you. They're coming to find us.
The only reason an Asian woman would marry you is because of the prospect of a better life.
You go find a wife in the Philippines or Thailand or wherever these places are that are overseas. They're just happy to be rescued from their poverty-stricken life of no opportunity.
You may or may not be able to speak English properly.
And if you want to call us uneducated and poor, that we will get any opportunity we can get just so we can get out of poverty. Men are supposed to be providers, so they are going to provide for their future partners and family. The bottom line is, we have what they are looking for.
I don't understand where is the rage from these women coming from. Why are they even surprised their men leaving when they are the one who is causing it?
I can cook, I can clean.
Uh-oh. Yeah, see, this is why I came to Thailand, to find a traditional woman.
Uh-oh.
See, in the United States,
women
don't cook and clean. All they do is complain. And we don't got time for that. That's why I got my passport and I've left.
Look at this beautiful couple right here. You understand me? Look at that smile.
But guys, let's be honest. A young brother like this in the States, you could tell he's exceptionally forward regarding his intentions of wanting love and wanting a family. In the States, a man of his personality, characteristics, and traits will be labeled as a lame, would be labeled as corny, as reasons to disqualify him. But instead of dealing with the bullshit, my young brother went abroad and found himself a nice little tenderoni abroad.
Why do you think so many men are traveling overseas to find wives in other countries?
If men are traveling overseas to countries that have less money and less education, it's because they want a woman who is dependent on them for their livelihood. And I don't think that that is a good thing.
A lot of the men I know that go overseas to find wives are not great dudes.
Can you be more specific?
Yeah, they're pervy.
This book here, it's called It's Perfectly Normal. I'll read some of this for you. It says, after a bit, a person's becomes moist and slippery, and the clitoris becomes hard. After a bit, a person's becomes erect, stiff, and larger. Sometimes a bit of clear fluid that may contain a few sperm comes out of the tip of the and makes it wet.
Can we, sir, I'm sorry.
Was it something I said? If you don't want to hear it in a school board meeting, why should children be able to check it out of the school system? We have perverts that are perverting our kids. And you all sit back smug in your chairs, but you don't want me to read it. Why? Does it bother you? Yes or no? You can't answer that question. You want to know why? Because politically speaking, you can't say that it's wrong. And you don't want me to read the filth because it exposes the truth. How dare you tell me to stop reading it? If you don't want to hear it, why should the children have to see it?
Pastor, your time is up. Thank you.
That makes two of us.
Girl goes off on Western
think
women.
That we've just got a very, very selfish culture of women. And to any women out there that say I have internalized misogyny or anything like that, that would require that I have a problem with women worldwide. I do not have a problem with women worldwide. I have a problem with Western women. And if you think that I'm just like making this up out of nowhere, reflect on the fact that there are Western men that are flying out east to find wives. Are Eastern men coming out west to find wives? No. Where in the world are men flying out in droves to marry American women? Nobody wants us. Why? We're big, we're selfish. We don't want to hear anything. You can't tell me to eat less. You can't tell me to change my life. You can't tell me it's not about me.
How much money do you need to earn to be considered rich here in the Philippines?
150,000 income every month. You would be able to maintain a car and to have a nice home, to be able to have this rich lifestyle.
Now, don't you mishear your old friend here. I am not telling you to stay home. And I am surely not telling you that you can't find a wonderful wife in another country, because you absolutely can. Good, kind, loving women live on every single continent God ever made. Let me tell you about a fella I knew. We'll call him Dave. Good man, but he got jaded, convinced down to his bones that every one of his problems had a woman's name on it and an American zip code. So he did the whole thing. Flew overseas, certain the trouble was everybody but him. And he married a young woman, real fast, one who needed the paperwork to stay. And for a while he told everybody he'd cracked the code. But I watched it, son. About 2 years in, once that young woman found her own footing over here, she looked up and she was gone. And Dave came and sat at my table, and he said, and I quote him, I flew 6,000 miles to fix my life, and I brought the broken part with me the whole way in my own chest. The problem was never the zip code. It was me. That is the whole lesson, and it cost that man years to learn it. And here's the part I really want you to carry out of here today. A passport can move your body across the entire world. It cannot move you one step past yourself. So you fix the man first, son. You heal the wound, you build the peace. Do that, and then that man can find real love just about anywhere because he's bringing something whole to the table. Instead of a hole, he needs somebody to fill. But skip that part, and all you'll ever be is miserable somewhere prettier. Now let me talk straight to the young man watching this. If you are hurting right now and dreaming of just flying away from all of it, I understand. But do not go looking for a wife while you're still bleeding. A wound goes shopping for a bandage, not a partner, and it will grab the first person who needs it and call that love. Heal first, then choose. And when you choose, do not look for somebody who needs you. Look for somebody who, with every other option in the world sitting right there in front of her, would still choose you anyway. That, son, is the only respect worth having. So here's your charge, and I mean it. 1. Do the inner work before you buy the ticket. You cannot geography your way out of a problem that lives in your chest. 2. Keep your standards, but drop the contempt. Refusing disrespect is strength. Hating half the world is just a cage you built yourself. 3. Never ever seek a partner who needs you. Seek one who freely chooses you. And 4. If you travel to grow and see the world, not to run from your own reflection. You are not going to find peace at a destination, son. Peace is not a place. You are a man. And a whole man carries his peace with him into every country he ever visits, which means he never has to chase it across an ocean. Become that man first. Then the whole world and the right woman in it opens up to you. That's what I've got for you today. Do me one favor before you go. Drop a comment and tell me about a time you thought a change of scenery would fix something that was really on the inside. And send this along to a younger fella before he spends his life savings running from himself. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself.